Infinite Being's Guide to Understanding Christ Consciousness. Achieving Christ consciousness is a spiritual journey that involves aligning oneself with the divine and the teachings of Jesus Christ. It is a state of being that is characterized by love, compassion, forgiveness, and a deep sense of interconnectedness with all living beings. We will explore the concept of Christ consciousness, its origins, and the steps one can take to achieve it. Origins of Christ consciousness. The concept of Christ consciousness has its roots in various spiritual traditions, including Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. In Christianity, Christ consciousness refers to the state of being in which one has a deep connection with Jesus Christ and strives to embody his teachings of love, compassion, and forgiveness. In Hinduism, the concept of Christ consciousness is known as Krishna consciousness, which is the state of being in which one is fully absorbed in the divine and experiences a deep sense of oneness with all living beings. In Buddhism, the concept of Christ consciousness is known as Buddha consciousness, which is the state of being in which one attains enlightenment and realizes the true nature of reality. The term, Christ consciousness, was popularized in the early 20th century by the American philosopher and writer, Ernest Holmes, who founded the spiritual movement known as the science of mind. According to Holmes, Christ consciousness is a state of being in which one realizes their divine nature and experiences a deep sense of unity with all living beings. Holmes believed that anyone could achieve Christ consciousness through spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and self-reflection. Steps to achieving Christ consciousness. 1. Develop a daily spiritual practice. The first step to achieving Christ consciousness is to develop a daily spiritual practice. This can include meditation, prayer, yoga, or any other activity that helps you connect with the divine. By setting aside time each day to connect with the divine, you can cultivate a deeper sense of awareness and develop a stronger connection with your own inner wisdom. 2. Practice self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to observe your thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. By practicing self-awareness, you can become more aware of your own patterns of behavior and thought, and begin to make conscious choices that align with your spiritual values. Self-awareness also helps you to identify and release any limiting beliefs or negative thought patterns that may be holding you back from experiencing Christ consciousness. 3. Cultivate love and compassion. Love and compassion are the core teachings of Jesus Christ, and they are essential to achieving Christ consciousness. To cultivate love and compassion, it is important to practice kindness, forgiveness, and empathy towards yourself and others. This can involve acts of service, volunteering, or simply being present for someone in need. By cultivating love and compassion, you can transcend your ego and connect with the divine within yourself and others. 4. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a key element of Christ consciousness, as it allows us to release feelings of anger, resentment, and judgment towards ourselves and others. To practice forgiveness, it is important to acknowledge and validate your feelings, and then be willing to let go of them. This can involve forgiving yourself for past mistakes, and forgiving others for any harm they may have caused you. By practicing forgiveness, you can cultivate a deeper sense of compassion and connection with others. 5. Embrace unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is the belief that all living beings are interconnected and part of a greater whole. To embrace unity consciousness, it is important to recognize the inherent divinity within yourself and others, and to strive for harmony and cooperation in all your interactions. This can involve practicing non-judgment, listening with an open heart, and seeking to understand different perspectives. By embracing unity consciousness, you can tap into the deeper spiritual truths that underlie all of existence. 6. Live in the present moment. Living in the present moment is essential to achieving Christ consciousness, as it allows you to fully experience the beauty and wonder of life. To live in the present moment, it is important to let go of worries about the future or regrets about the past, and to focus your attention on the here and now. This can involve practicing mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking a few deep breaths and centering yourself in the present moment. By living in the present moment, you can cultivate a deeper connection with the divine within yourself and all living beings. Conclusion. Achieving Christ consciousness is a journey of spiritual growth and self-discovery. By cultivating a daily spiritual practice, practicing self-awareness, cultivating love and compassion, practicing forgiveness, embracing unity consciousness, and living in the present moment, you can tap into the deeper spiritual truths that underlie all of existence. While this journey may have its challenges, it can ultimately lead to a state of being that is characterized by love, compassion, and a deep sense of interconnectedness with all living beings.